Episode 28, Jonbenet case. Patsy is totally innocent. First, the ransom note. Who are you going to believe? Them or your lying eyes? The first part of my defense of Patsy is going to be looking at the ransom note and one of her known writing samples. So here's the ransom note, and you can clearly get an idea or look at what it looks like. This is the first page of the note. We'll look at all 3 pages. Okay, and now to the right-hand side is the known sample of Patsy Ramsey's. To me, it's clear they do not look alike at all in any way or fashion. They're not similar. They look completely different. Okay, here's a side-by-side comparison of the second page of the ransom note compared to Patsy's known sample. And it has the word "two gentlemen" in both of the samples. So you can look at the two and see if they're exactly the same. And you can look at the words "gentleman" and see if they're exactly the same. They don't look the same to me. Okay, here's the third page of the ransom note, and supposedly the neatest part and the truest to the ransom note's author's true penmanship. And if you compare them side by side, they don't look the same at all. See the CBI? And then on the ransom note, the SBTC. Compare the C's. They're different. Compare the B's. They're different. And a couple things to note. She dated it May 20th, 1987. That was a mistake. It was May 20th, 1997. This was written in the presence of police. And you can see that she still proclaims her innocence. Is Patsy clever enough to disguise the $sign, the 8s, the apostrophes also? Look at the 8 in the ransom note. The top part of the 8 is smaller than the bottom part of the 8. And now look at Patsy's 8. It's a cursive 8, and the top part of the 8 is bigger. Like every single other sample of Patsy's writing, her 8s are always look like that. That's how she makes an 8. The ransom note 8 looks like a draftsman's 8. It's been over 20 years since this crime, and many handwriting experts have compared Patsy's writing to the ransom note. And so gotten into the public's mind that Patsy wrote the ransom note because experts have said she wrote the ransom note. But that was not the case at the time of the crime. Police Chief Mark Beckner. Handwriting experts noted some similarities, but not enough to say that she wrote the note. Colorado Bureau of Investigation report concludes there are indications that the author of the ransom note is Patsy Ramsey, but the evidence falls short to support that definite conclusion. Second, Burke's testimony. I just remember my mom rushing into my room, flipping the lights on, looking around, and rushing out. So, if Patsy committed the crime, she must have put on an acting performance for Burke also. Because, according to Burke, she went psycho just prior to the 911 phone call. Burke. I didn't know. I just laid in bed freaked out. Doctor. Why did it make you feel scared? when Mom came rushing in there. Burke, I felt like something bad had happened. Doctor, Mom sounded really upset. She looked upset. Burke, when she was rushing in and rushing out, I was really worried. She looked upset. Sort of like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. If you read Burke's testimony, you can see that Patsy was upset before the 911 call, just like she said she was when she found the note. And it's odd that John Ramsey went in Burke's room and turned off the lights before the police got there. And he testified that Burke was asleep that morning. Third, the 911 call. We have a kidnapping. Hurry, please.
I'm at 515th Street.
What's going on there, ma'am?
We have a kidnapping. Hurry, please.
Explain to me what's going on, okay?
There's a note left and our daughter's gone.
A note was left and your daughter is
Yes.
gone? How old is your daughter?
6 years old. She's gone. 6 years old.
How long ago was this?
I don't know. I just found the note.
People are way overcritical, especially when they assume Patsy is guilty. The phone call at 5:52 a.m. and her getting up at 5:30 and wearing the same outfit she wore to a Christmas party the night before, all are logical, normal, nothing unusual about that. 22 minutes from the time she got up to the time she made the 911 call is very reasonable. Fourth, the garrote. Would John Ramsey strangle Jonbenet just to protect Patsy? For the people who believe Patsy and John worked together, you're telling me that John Ramsey was going to risk his business, his $1 million income, everything he had, just to protect Patsy? Because she accidentally killed Jonbenet? I don't think so. I don't think he would at all. Also, he's gonna go and take her downstairs and make a garrote and strangle her and sexually assault her and do all these things to her just to protect Patsy. What kind of time would John get if he just didn't do anything at all? He wouldn't go to prison. What kind of time would he get if he went down there and strangled her with a garrote? He'd be going to prison for life, most likely. No, I don't think he would risk his life for Patsy. Well, this ends this episode, and I think the next episode is going to be kind of a simple one, and I'm just going to explain who John and Patsy's lawyers were. So I'll see you the next time.